Dear students, in previous video we have derived Maxwell first equation by the help of Gauss divergence theorem, and in this video we will derive the Maxwell second and third equation. And before starting the derivation of second video, we will modify the Maxwell first equation by the help of electric displacement vector. What is the meaning of what is the meaning of electric displacement vector? We know that suppose there is a charge particle and at a distance r, suppose this is r, electric field is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r. This is the electric field, and epsilon naught represents the medium, or we can write this is q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r. This is the electric field, and the electric field which does not depend upon the medium, or we can say which does not depend upon the permittivity, then it is known as electric displacement vector. And if electric displacement vector does not depend upon epsilon naught, then we can write d equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught becomes negligible r, q upon 4 pi r. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2, and we will divide equation first and second. It becomes E upon d equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r upon q upon 4 pi r. 4 pi r cancel out, q cancel out, it becomes 1 upon epsilon naught, and d becomes equal to epsilon naught E. This is the relation between electric displacement vector and electric field, and we can modify Maxwell first equation by the help of this electric displacement vector. We know that divergence E equal to rho upon epsilon naught. This is Maxwell first equation which we have derived in previous video, and we can write it epsilon naught divergence E equal to rho, and we can also write divergence rho epsilon naught E equal to rho, and epsilon naught E becomes equal to d. So, we can write divergence d equal to rho. This is the modified form of, or we can say another form of Maxwell first equation. Now, we will move towards the Maxwell's second equation. And Maxwell's second equation depends upon Gauss law for magnetism. Gauss law for magnetism, and Gauss law for magnetism means statement of this law is magnetic flux passing through a closed surface placed in a magnetic field is equal to 0. The magnetic flux passing through a closed surface placed in a magnetic field is equal to 0. Suppose this is a flux and these are the magnetic lines, magnetic field B, and as per this statement phi B is equal to 0. And similar to electric flux, suppose there is a small surface ds in which a small flux pass through this small surface, that is d phi b. So, d phi b should be equal to b dot ds. This is d phi b, or if we want to determine phi b, it should be the integration of d phi b, or we can write phi b equal to integration d phi b, or d phi b means b dot ds, surface integration of magnetic field. Surface integration of this magnetic field is equal to this magnetic flux, and as per Gauss law of magnetism, this phi b should be equal to 0, or we can say phi b surface integration of magnetic field should be equal to 0. And now we can write it, we know that surface integration of magnetic field should be equal to volume integration of divergence of magnetic field. This is as per Gauss divergence theorem, which according to Gauss divergence theorem, surface integration of this magnetic field should be equal to volume integration of divergence of magnetic field. So, we can replace this term by this term. So, it becomes volume integration of divergence of magnetic field is equal to 0, or we can write divergence volume integration of any vector will be 0 if that vector is equal to 0. It means if volume integration of divergence B is equal to 0, it means divergence B should be equal to 0. Divergence B should be equal to 0, or we can write divergence B means del dot B, it should be equal to 0. This is the Maxwell second equation, derivation of Maxwell second equation, which we have derived by the help of Gauss law of magnetism, which is magnetic flux passing through a closed surface is always equal to 0, and after modify it by the help of Gauss divergence theorem, it becomes divergence B is equal to 0. This is the derivation of Maxwell second equation. Now, we will derive Maxwell's third equation. Maxwell third equation, and Maxwell third equation depend upon Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. We know that electromagnetic induction means induced EMF. Induced EMF is always equal to minus d phi b upon dt. This is the Faraday law of magnetic electromagnetic induction. And phi b, if we modify this Faraday law of electromagnetic induction, phi b, we know that this is the surface integration of magnetic field, this is magnetic flux, and induced EMF, we know that electric field is equal to potential gradient. We know that electric field is equal to the potential gradient, and suppose there is a small potential which is induced EMF dE in length dl. If we take small length dl and EMF induced due to this dl length, we can consider dE, it is also equal to the electric field. Potential gradient V upon L is electric field, and if L is replaced by dl, then V is replaced by dE. dE represents the small EMF, or we can say small induced EMF, or we can write it dE is equal to E dot dl, or EMF is integration of dE, or we can write integration of electric field, line integration of electric field. This is the induced EMF, and we can replace this induced EMF by this line integration of electric field, and that should be equal to the minus d phi b upon dt, where phi b is equal to surface integration of magnetic field. So, we can write line integration of electric field is equal to minus d upon dt. Phi b means surface integration of magnetic field, and we can write surface integration minus del B upon del T ds. This is line integration of electric field equal to minus del B upon del S. Here we can use the Stokes theorem, which is line integration of electric field is equal to surface integration of curl of that electric field. This is the Stokes theorem, and we can replace this line integration of electric field by surface integration of curl of electric field. So, it becomes surface integration of curl of this electric field is equal to surface integration minus del B upon del T ds. Now, in left hand side there is a surface integration, in right hand side again there is a surface integration. So, we can compare and equate, and after comparing, this curl E becomes equal to minus del B upon del T. Curl E is equal to minus del B upon del T. Both are vector quantity, and we can also write curl E means del cross E equal to, it should be minus del B over del T. This is the derivation of Maxwell third equation, in which we use Faraday law of electromagnetic induction and this Stokes theorem. So, thank you. In this video, we have learned about the derivation of Maxwell second equation and Maxwell third equation, and also we have modified Maxwell first equation. In next video, we will derive Maxwell fourth equation, and we will also modify Maxwell fourth equation. Thank you.